Hi, welcome to my channel Study ICSE with your friend. This is Chirantan, the ex-student of ICSE. Today I am going to teach you ICSE Class 10 Geography Water Resources chapter. If you want the notes of this chapter, I have uploaded the notes in the description box. But I have set the password for the notes. If you want that password, I will be giving the password through the comment box only when I will get minimum of 5 subscribers to my channel. So please share this video among your friends and tell them to subscribe. Okay, let's begin. The name of the chapter is Water Resources. In this chapter, we are going to study about the sources of water. There are just two sources, surface water and groundwater. Next, we are going to study about need for conservation of water and water conservation methods. In water conservation methods, we are just going to study about rainwater harvesting. Next, we are going to study about irrigation. In irrigation, just about importance of irrigation and methods of irrigation is more than enough. Okay, let's begin. Sources of water. The main sources of water are as follows. Surface water and groundwater. A good part of water from the rainfall is lost through evaporation and plant transportation. Large part of water percolates in the ground. Surface water is available on the surface of the earth in the form of rivers, lakes, ponds and canals. Next, groundwater. The part of rainwater that seeps through the cracks into the ground is called groundwater. Next, need for conservation of water. First point, seasonal precipitation. Next, excessive use and uneven distribution of water, pollution of water and large growing population. These 4 points are enough for your examination. Next, water conservation methods. Rainwater harvesting, developing water saving technology, preventing water pollution, water recycling and reuse. Among these 4, we are just going to study about rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting. What do you mean by rainwater harvesting? A rainwater harvesting is a technique of increasing the recharge of groundwater by capturing and storing rainwater. Methods of rainwater harvesting. There are two methods: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Next, objectives of rainwater harvesting: to reduce groundwater pollution, to reduce soil erosion, to raise the groundwater level, to meet increasing demand of water. Next, importance of rainwater harvesting. What are the importance? First importance is rainwater harvesting reduces soil erosion. Second, it improves the quality of water. Next, it is cost effective and does not cause pollution. Next, rainwater harvesting is practiced in Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Karnataka, West Bengal and etc. Just 2 places are enough for your examination purpose. Next, irrigation. What do you mean by irrigation? Irrigation refers to the process of watering of agricultural plants through artificial means as well and tanks. Need for irrigation in India. What are the needs? First need, uneven distribution of rainfall. Second, some crops need more water. Third, increasing population. Fourth, some crops have 2 growing seasons in a year. And fifth, it is essential for agriculture. Next, methods of irrigation. Methods of irrigation, these are not modern methods, just Common methods of irrigation. First method, canal irrigation. What are the favorable conditions to build a canal? The area should be low level and must have deep fertile soil. The area must have perennial source of water. Then there are two types of canals. What are those types? First type, induction or seasonal canals. Next, perennial canals. Second type. First type, induction or seasonal canals. These are also known as flood canals or non-perennial canals. These canals are mainly found in Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Bihar, Karnataka and Punjab. Just two areas are enough for your examination. Next, advantages of seasonal canals. These are useful in controlling floods. These are easily and cheaply built. Next, disadvantages of seasonal canals. Uneven water supply, and they supply water only during floods. Next, perennial canals. These canals are taken out from the perennial rivers by constructing barrages. Advantages of perennial canals. They supply water throughout the year. They provide water even during hot season. And disadvantages of this canal. It is expensive. Problem of water logging. This is the end of the first method of irrigation. Next, second method, tank irrigation. A tank is generally a hollow area or depression of ground where rainwater gets collected. Conditions necessary to build a tank. There should be natural depression. Area should consist underlying hard rock. Climate should be monsoon type. Next, advantages of tanks. Cheaper as compared to canals. Used in dry season and also for domestic purpose. Occupy less area. Next, disadvantages of tanks. A large amount of water is wasted through evaporation. Tanks are non-perennial. Tanks are mainly found in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Just two places are enough for your examination. Next, this is the end of a second method of irrigation. Next, third method, well irrigation. A well is a small hole dug in the surface of the earth to obtain water from subsoil for irrigation. What are the favorable conditions to dig a well? First favorable condition, water table should be high. And second, groundwater should have soft rocks. Next, advantages of wells. It occupies less space. Wells can be dug at a very low cost. It is helpful for poor farmers. Disadvantages of wells. Evaporation is high for unlined wells. Can irrigate only small area. Wells are mainly found in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Haryana. This is the end of third method for irrigation. Next, fourth method of irrigation, tube wells. These are deep bore wells drilled into the ground manually or with a machine. Tube wells are commonly found in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, West Bengal, etc. Just two places are enough for your examination purpose. Next, favorable conditions for building or constructing tube well or bore well. Tube well is also known as bore well. What are the favorable conditions? First favorable condition, water table should be high. Next, ground table should not have soft rocks. If it is having soft rocks, we can dug a well instead of a tube well. So the ground must not have soft rocks. Instead, it must have hard and huge rocks. Next, advantages of tube wells. Can irrigate a large area. Occupies less area. Disadvantages. It is expensive. It needs electricity supply. This is the end of common methods of irrigation. Now, modern methods of irrigation. In modern methods of irrigation, the first type method is sprinkle irrigation. We commonly see this type of irrigation in parks. Okay, what do you mean by sprinkle irrigation? It comprises a long hose whose one end is joined to the water resource while the other end is joined to the sprinklers. Advantages of sprinkle irrigation. Less wastage of water. Best for conserving water. Disadvantages. Initially high cost. It can irrigate a lesser area. Next, second method of modern method of irrigation, drip irrigation. Water is provided directly to the roots of the plants by means of thin pipes. Advantages of drip irrigation. Efficiency high. Least evaporation and wastage of water. And disadvantages of drip irrigation. Very costly. Can be only used for commercial farming. Next, third method of irrigation, modern methods of irrigation, bamboo irrigation. In Meghalaya, a 200-year-old system of tapping streams of water by using bamboo pipes is prevalent. Advantages of bamboo irrigation. Does not need any fuel or power. Can be implemented. Disadvantages. Bamboo starts to rot in rain. Bamboo starts to rot in rain. This is the end of this chapter. Just I am reminding, if you want the notes of this chapter, which I have only prepared and the two handwritten notes, I have uploaded the notes in the description box, but I have set the password for the notes. If you want that password, I will be giving the password through comment box when I will get minimum of 5 subscribers to my channel. So please share this video among your friends and tell them to subscribe, and you do subscribe to my channel.